Hi there, my name is Athel, and in this video I'm going to talk about what I'm starting to call the Unholy Trinity. The three, sort of a constellation of three factors that when I see it, I just sort of have to shake my head and step back and go, this situation is not fixable. And you gotta understand, I've been dealing with relationships and writing on the internet now since, beginning, mid-2009. And maybe I'm a little bit egotistical, a little bit narcissistic, but I am pretty much in love with my abilities to take any kind of relationship and find a way to improve it and make it better and smooth it out and get a couple to a happy place. I really do believe I have immense skill with this. So when I say I see a situation and I see three factors together, and I'm calling it the Unholy Trinity, and I'm saying I'm stepping back and shaking my head and going, this is not fixable. Like, I make money off trying to fix people's relationship problems. And I go, I would feel terrible if I'm taking your money. So let me talk to you what the Unholy Trinity is. And this is where I see an affair situation, and bear in mind, there's a lot of affair situations that are fixable. But when I see these three factors together with an affair situation, it's just like no good. So, point number one, where in the marriage itself, if you go back to the beginning of the relationship, there was not a whole lot of attraction, not a whole lot of sex, not a whole lot of passion, stemming from the partner in particular who ended up having the affair. So one half of the couple can be really into them, but if the other half of the couple is just kind of flat, kind of muted, but they still get married anyway, that sort of low water mark of interest, that to me is a red flag anyway. Factor number two, the affair that they have is really deep, really intense, particularly torrid. If they are doing all kinds of crazy sexual stuff with their affair partner that they pretty much never did with their partner, that really over-the-top dramatic movie-like sexual experience affair where it's just over-the-top and intense, or even when it ends, they have almost a complete freaking breakdown. So basically, the key point is the affair itself is insanely emotionally intense compared to their relationship that they've had. The third part of this unholy trinity is that once the affair is discovered, once the affair is stopped, that there is no real progress with the marriage, and the couple, the spouse that had the affair is now just devolving into that sort of, completely jaded, withdrawn, ice princess, unaffected, cold, distant interaction with their partner. And when I see these three factors together, one, they weren't really interested at the beginning. Two, the affair was super intense and torrid. And then three, once it's discovered, they just go into this icy, super low interaction with their partner. I don't think I've ever seen a relationship recover when I've seen those three factors together. I've seen them survive. I've seen them go through the motions. I've seen them stay together. And there may not be any kind of abuse, or there may not be any kind of major blow-ups. It may all be very sociable. But I've never seen any sense of passion and excitement inject itself back into the marriage. They are now just going through the motions and treading water, and that's all it is, and I think all it will ever be. I don't think I've ever seen a marriage recover from these factors. You know, and if you have an affair situation where you can say, hey, look, back at the beginning of the relationship, it was really good. You know, we had 7 really good years and 2 crappy ones, and the affair happened in year 9. And we can see some explanations of why it happened, and the person is generally apologetic and wants to get back together and work on things and is trying to reach out and reestablish trust and all this. Well, there's a reasonable degree of hope there. But when there was no interest from the beginning, and the affair was just super intense, and then when they're caught, it's just this ice princess, completely jaded, no interaction thing, I've never seen it get better. I've never seen it get better. And so this may be really harsh, but I think when you see that, you just have to accept that, the relationship was never there from the beginning, and it may be really hard in the short term, but probably your best chance of happiness is calling it quits and trying to have some sort of amicable divorce and trying to find someone who will actually love you. So on that sort of sad, down, jaded note, realistic, I will catch you next time.